Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. So this is your fourth stimulus check update and daily news report. So the Democrats in Congress are now debating on whether they should use the budget reconciliation process to pass the new spending bill. And more states are now resuming federal unemployment benefits. What are your thoughts on this, everybody? Do you believe that it is right for Congress to continue sending out the unemployment benefits? Or do you believe that the unemployment benefits are causing a labor shortage? Tell me your thoughts in the comments below.
Well, first, I think it's an extraordinary achievement for President Biden to get this broad support for an infrastructure plan that people know we need. I mean, we need to invest in rural broadband. We need to invest in our roads, our bridges, our airports. So it's a huge achievement that we've gotten this kind of support. I do support the broader plan.
Now, the Labor Department also published the United States jobs report for July, and they showed the fastest rate of hiring increase in over a year. The figures show that American employees added 943,000 jobs, while the unemployment rate dropped from 5.9% to 5.4%. Another 1 million out-of-work Americans reported that they had found a new job in July, and that nearly quadrupled the number in the previous month of June. And in concern with the moderate gains made in the jobs market in recent months, 26 states had opted to withdraw from the federal unemployment programs, but some state judges reversed their decisions. Now folks, for the important news surrounding your fourth stimulus check, as well as the infrastructure bill, which might include an increase in your Social Security benefits, you have to know this. Moderate Democrats are seeking pressure on House leadership to allow a standalone vote on the roughly $1 trillion bipartisan infrastructure bill, while raising concerns about the party's plans for a broader $3.5 trillion package.
Let me just tell you what the broader plan is. It says we need to have childcare in this country. We need to have free community college in this country and vocational education in this country. We need to have Medicare cover dental and vision and hearing. And I believe we can pay for it by having taxes on the very wealthy.
A group of 6 Democrats, everybody, wrote a letter to Speaker Pelosi, and they urged her to bring bipartisan legislation to the House floor for a vote as soon as it passes the Senate. The letter stated, as soon as the Senate completes its work, we must bring this bipartisan infrastructure bill to the House floor for a standalone vote. This once-in-a-century investment deserves its own consideration, without regard to other legislation. This letter comes after the Senate voted earlier on Saturday, clearing a key hurdle for the upper chamber to pass the measure. Now everybody, this is what Nancy Pelosi said. She said that she has plans to bring both bills to the floor for a vote at the same time, and reaffirmed that pledge during a news conference on Friday. Pelosi stated, "Whatever you can achieve in a bipartisan way, bravo. We salute it and we applaud it. We hope that it will pass soon. But at the same time, we're not going forward with leaving people behind." Now let's remember, the largest of the stimulus check petitions has more than 2.76 million signatures, created by the restaurant owner Stephanie Bonin in Colorado. If it reaches 3 million, it will be the largest on Change.org. And with the child tax credit, everybody, Joe Biden has sought to make stimulus checks more targeted, rather than distributing large sums of money to every American. So folks, the details surrounding the fourth stimulus check have not been confirmed by President Biden. There are many changes going on and many negotiations going on in Congress. So remember, this Friday I will be announcing the winner of a free $100 Amazon gift card. Folks, I know Congress is still taking forever to send out the fourth stimulus check, and I want to do my part in helping out the American people, and helping out my community. So everybody, if you want to win a free $100 Amazon gift card, then be sure to subscribe to my channel and share this video to enter the free giveaway.
Power was to introduce a bill that would raise the retirement age, which would decrease the cost of living adjustment.
So lawmakers are now becoming more worried about Social Security and how much relief that it provides to its beneficiaries. When the onset of the crisis sent shockwaves to the United States economy, it also prompted worries about how the ensuing downturn could affect Social Security. Plus, there have also been rumors that the Republicans actually want to end Social Security altogether. Do you approve of this, everybody? Tell me your thoughts in the comments below. And let's remember that President Biden did campaign on his promise of helping out our seniors. So the program's trust funds were already running low. At the same time, the Social Security Administration was faced with the unprecedented task of moving its in-person services to mostly via mail only. So some people received Social Security payments through direct deposit and as well as paper check. Now in the aftermath of those initial shocks, some fears of disproportionately large hits to the program's trust funds or benefits have proven to be unfounded.
It is a Ponzi scheme.
Social Security is actually worse than a Ponzi scheme.
What that means is it's a Ponzi scheme.
I'm going to take that as a yes, that you believe that Social Security is a Ponzi scheme.
There's no doubt that's what it is.
Meanwhile, the government agency services and cost of living adjustment for next year could be poised for changes. Social Security trust funds were already running low when the crisis hit. In April of 2020, the SSA said in its annual projections that the estimated depletion dates remained the same. The Old Age and Survivors Insurance Trust Fund, which disperses retirement benefits, was projected to be depleted by 2034, at which point 76 of the promised benefits would be payable. Now, when combined with the Disability Insurance Fund, both sets of reserves were expected to become depleted in 2035, with 79% of promised benefits payable at that time. The economic downturn could have prompted the retirement fund's depletion date to move up to between 2029 to 2033. But everybody, I think that President Biden has got to realize that there's still many seniors in need of financial help. Social Security payments are a vital lifeline for many Americans. And if you guys agree, then let's get this video to 5,000 likes.
But Republicans around the country believe the exact opposite. Social Security is not a partisan issue out in America. Republicans, Democrats, Independents, they all agree. Not only do they not want to cut Social Security, they want to expand Social Security.
Mr. President, the Senate is considering an infrastructure bill, and I'm glad we are. For too long, Americans have been compelled to send their tax dollars overseas to improve the infrastructure of other countries. I've been fighting for several years to invest the infrastructure here at home, which is why I find it frustrating that the very people who are celebrating this bill today actually opposed my efforts in the past. We have a short memory here in the Senate. Only 2 years ago, I offered my penny plan for infrastructure for a vote. My plan would have invested nearly $40 billion in infrastructure over those 2 years. In those 2 years, nearly 20,000 miles of roads could have been resurfaced. Instead, those investments weren't made, and 2 additional years of wear and tear passed by as we continued to send our money to pave roads overseas instead of paving roads here. The parade of senators who are now coming to the floor and expounding upon the urgency of this package, nothing less than shocking, particularly when those were the same senators who voted against 20,000 miles of resurfaced roads only a short time ago. The penny plan for infrastructure was not my only effort to invest in infrastructure. 6 years ago, I worked on a bipartisan package that would have made $130 billion available for infrastructure. Had my plan been enacted into law, Americans would now be driving on 130,000 miles of new roads without